Hey everyone, it's Johnny from Hot Take Hockey back with another video, and this video is my Chicago Blackhawks lineup prediction for the 2021-2022 season. Also going to preview it a little bit, talk about the power play, talk about the penalty kill. But of course, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and talk about what you feel like on this Blackhawks lineup, what you think for their standing spot, just an overall prediction for this season. So let's get into the lineup. Starting with just the forward group here, I think there's two scenarios here. I could see Kirby Dach on that top line with DeBrincat and Kane, but early on here in training camp, they're actually trying out Tyler Johnson with DeBrincat and Kane. I think personally you can go either way. I actually like the potential of Johnson up there because, one, you're putting more value into his contract, and we've seen success with him with the Lightning in the past. So Johnson's been a top six player. So if you can get Johnson going early on with two insane players like DeBrincat and Kane, that's going to obviously up his value, make it look a little bit better for the cap. Kubalik, Taves, and Nylander. I could see if Lukas Reichel makes this team, I think he would benefit with Taves, but I actually love the fact that you have a third line of Reichel, Dach, and Strome potentially. So Kubalik, Taves, Alex Nylander. Get Alex Nylander going right away. This is a guy that still has that skill set. He's coming off a major injury. If you can get him going in the top six right away, boom, stock goes up. Reichel, Dach, Strome, as I said, and then Hagel, Borgstrom, and Khrushchev. There's a lot of skill here, and that's where I maybe think Jujhar Khaira and Carpenter needs to get in here, a little bit more grit, I'd say. But, man, you have so many options. I mean, just with Gaudette, Conley, Carpenter, and Khaira, the fact that you have your 12 forwards, 13, 14, 15, 16, like you have at least 16 guys that can make this NHL roster in the forward group. Defense, I think Jake McCabe and Seth Jones is pretty solidified for your defense. So, sorry, I forgot to put the initials at the start there, but that first Jones is Seth. The last one is the newly acquired from the Oilers. So Caleb Jones should be a guy that has a shot here, but Kalynuk looked good last year and scored a pretty sick goal. So I think Stillman and Connor Murphy should be your middle pair, and then either Caleb Jones or Kalynuk with DeHaan on the bottom pair. So I like the defense. I think it's not one of the best in the league, but I think you have a pretty solidified top six. And then your goaltending, man, you have depth. You have your number one guy now in Marc-Andre Fleury, my guy. Big beauty. I think if this is his last year, I hope he shows really well. And then Lankinen, you know he played well last year. 1-2 punch there. And then Subban, Delia are going to be battling for some time. I think both of those guys could end up either trade or maybe AHL. We'll see. But I think this is somewhat the lineup we're going to get. Again, question marks. I think Hagel could be in the top six. I think Reichel and Nylander might not make the team just to start because Carpenter, Khaira, Conley, those guys, Gaudette, are going to be battling for spots. But let's just look at the power play and penalty kill. First, just talking about penalty kill, guys. You'll probably see Taves on the penalty kill. I would imagine Hagel's on the penalty kill. Tyler Johnson's going to be on the penalty kill. I'm actually thinking about this now as I kind of just talk about it. Like, they're going to have question marks on penalty kill, guys. Like, Dach, Taves, Hagel can be there, right? But that's where you might have to have Carpenter and Jujhar Khaira in the lineup because Jujhar Khaira and Carpenter will be penalty kill guys if they're in the lineup. So I think that's going to be a massive question mark if Alex Nylander and Lukas Reichel are not in this lineup. That's the only two corrections I'd say. So we'll just make a mock lineup here in penalty kill mind. So DeBrincat, Johnson, Kane, you run with that. Kubalik, Taves, and maybe Hagel on that second line. Balance out that line. Or you could even go Lukas Reichel if he's on there with Taves. And then you have like a third line of maybe Kirby Dach, Strome, and Khrushchev, and then you have a fourth line of Borgstrom, Carpenter, and Khaira. I could see something like that. Defense, penalty killers, I mean, all those guys basically, except for Caleb Jones, can play penalty kills, so we could see McCabe on the penalty kill. Seth Jones will probably get penalty kill time. Stillman, Murphy, DeHaan. I would say your primary four penalty killers there, based on what I see, is McCabe, Jones, Murphy, DeHaan, but we'll see. And power play. So, man, that first power play unit could be so stellar. I would say either Kirby Dach or Kubalik will be on that number one unit. I love Kubalik with DeBrincat and Kane as a kind of a unit with Taves. But I could see Kirby Dach's size being really valuable in front of the net. But, I mean, man, you could get Taves in there. You have Kubalik and Kane on the outsides. DeBrincat up top with Seth Jones. That's a disgusting number one unit. Then you have Tyler Johnson, Kirby Dach, Strome. And then between Reichel or Nylander, whoever makes it, or both of them make it, they'll be battling for a spot in the number two power play. And then between Caleb Jones and Kalynuk, whoever's in the lineup will be on the second unit. So Kalynuk could definitely be on that second unit. So, hey, I didn't want to make this video too long. let me know, guys. I think for the Chicago Blackhawks, just expectations, you'll look out for my predictions. I'm actually possibly posting my predictions this weekend, but I think the Blackhawks, this is a playoff team. At least on paper, this should be a playoff team, and maybe this is a massive hot take, but with this roster they have in place, and Marc-Andre Fleury in the net, yes, do they have the best defense group? No. Yes, do they, I would say, rank below other teams in terms of top-end guys up the middle? Like, they have Johnny Toews, but we don't know what we're getting back from him. And then there's question marks like Tyler Johnson, Strome, what are we getting from them? Obviously, they don't match up against guys like McDavid, Draisaitl, Matthews, Braden Point, Barkov, go down the list. But they have the skill set, they have the depth, they have a good enough defense group, and they have Marc-Andre Fleury now. This is a team that should battle for playoffs and potentially even more. So let me know if you think this team could be back to a cup contender, playoff contender, and Blackhawks fans. I hope to see you more on the channel. I'll do some streams for the Hawks and lots more content. So hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave your thoughts in the comment section. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.